Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's practice, we'll do a full body flow. So we'll get into all parts of the body, and it'll be a great way to start the day. So we'll go ahead and jump in. If you haven't already, you can find a comfortable seat. And you can bring your eyes to a close if that feels sufficiently safe. Otherwise, you can simply soften and lower the gaze. And we'll start with 3 deep breaths just to settle into this space and into this practice. Inhaling fully through the nose. And exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully. And let it go. And final time, deepest breath you've taken all day. And sigh it out. And beginning to softly, gently blink the eyes open if you brought them to close. And we'll start to move some energy into the body. So we'll start with the neck. The right ear will drop over toward the right shoulder. And we'll just keep rotating the neck until the chin draws in toward the chest. And the left ear goes over toward the left shoulder. And you can take full circles here if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel so good, you can take semicircles. And just take those circles in opposite direction. Coming back towards center. We'll move into the shoulders. On the inhale, we'll send the shoulders up toward the ears. And on the exhale, we'll roll them back, sending the shoulder blades down the length of the spine. And then go ahead and take a few more rounds of that at your own pace. And then take those circles in the opposite direction. So exhaling to roll the shoulders forward. And exhaling to find your way back towards center. We'll move into some Sufi rolls or torso circles. So just taking some circles as big or as small as you'd like with the hips. Just bringing some energy into the body. And then taking those circles in the opposite direction. And finding your way back towards center. On our inhale, we'll sweep the arms up toward the sky, maybe look up toward the sky. And on the exhale, we'll side bend over toward the right, sending that left arm up and over, lifting through chest. And you can look forward or you can look up toward the sky under that left arm. We inhale back towards center, both arms up. And exhale, we take it over toward the left. One more time each side. Inhale, center. And exhale, take it to the right. And we inhale back towards center. And exhale to take it over toward the left. We inhale back towards center. And this time on our exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So the left hand is going to come to the right knee. Right hand comes behind us. Maybe we look over that right shoulder. We inhale back towards center, sending both arms up toward the sky. And exhale, we twist to the left. Inhaling back towards center, sending the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, this time we find a fold forward. So we walk the arms long, allowing the spine to round naturally here, allowing the head to be heavy. And you can even take a little sway side to side if that feels good. And finding stillness, we'll inhale to walk the hands back in toward the body, coming back upright. And then we'll find our way to tabletop. So coming to tabletop with the wrist under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, and we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. On our inhale, we lift the chest, we lift the tailbone, the belly softens. And exhale, we round the spine, press the earth away, chin draws in toward the chest. On our inhale, our hearts lift. And exhale, we round. And go ahead and take a few more rounds of that at your own pace, just making sure that each breath is synced with movement. And on our next exhale, finding our way back to a neutral spine. On our inhale, we'll send the right arm up toward the sky, so we twist to the right. And then we're going to take 3 big circles, 3 big controlled circles with this arm. And then we take those 3 circles in the opposite direction. On the inhale, we send that arm back up toward the sky. And this time, the right arm weaves under the left, right side ear, right side shoulder coming down to the mat. We extend that left arm long. You can also bring the left fingertips to the right hip crease by sending that arm up and over the lower back, threaded needle. And exhaling to release that left arm if you brought it to the hip crease. And inhaling to send the right arm back up toward the sky, coming into a twist where we started. And exhaling to let it go, coming back towards center. And we'll take it to the other side. Inhale, the left arm lifts this time. We twist to the left. And exhale, we weave the left arm under the right. Left side shoulder, left side ear to the mat. And you can send the right arm long or bring right fingertips to left hip crease. And then releasing that right hand if you brought it to the hip crease. And inhaling to send the left arm back up toward the sky. And exhale, we let it go. We're going to send the right leg back with the toes tucked under, finding a little rock back and forth, just opening into the back of the leg and into the hamstring. And exhaling to release to find stillness. We're going to bend this right leg, sending the right leg out toward the right, right knee out toward the right side of the room. And then we're going to take 3 big circles, just like we did with the arm, opening into the hip. And then we take those circles in the opposite direction. On that last rotation, we're going to step the right foot between the hands at the top of the mat, coming into a little lunge. When you're ready, we inhale, we sweep the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, we twist to the right, arms come out to a T. Maybe you look over that right shoulder. We inhale back towards center, sending the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, we frame that right foot at the top of the mat. So we're coming into a half split, so you might have to either walk the right foot forward a little bit or walk the left knee back, your choice. We take a big breath in here. And on the exhale, we shift the hips back. That right leg goes long, but it doesn't have to be straight. You can keep a bend in the knee. And we send the right toes up toward the sky, coming into a half split. We want to keep a long spine, so as opposed to just dumping into the spine, think about bringing the chest closer toward the thigh as opposed to the forehead closer toward the knee. And if you need to bend your knee to do that, you absolutely can. We inhale to come back forward, plant the hands, and then we step it back into tabletop where we started. And then we take that to the other side. So we send the left leg back, toes tucked under. We find a little rock back and forth. Exhaling to find stillness at center. We bend the left leg this time, and then we take those 3 big circles, and then circles in opposite direction. On that last rotation, we step the left foot between the hands, top of the mat. When you're ready, inhaling to sweep the arms up. And exhale, we twist to the left this time. Option to look over left shoulder. We inhale back towards center, sending the arms up. And exhale, we frame that left foot at the top of the mat. Walking the left foot forward or right knee back, your choice. We take a big breath in here, maybe sink into the hip. And then exhale, we shift the hips back. Left leg goes long, toes face up, half split. Long spine. We inhale, come back forward to our little low lunge. We plant the hands, step it back, tabletop. Moving into downward facing dog. We tuck the toes, send the hips toward the heels, and then we send the hips up toward the sky, coming into our first downward facing dog. And you can pedal out the feet here. You can maybe take some twists, side to side. Just spread the fingers wide, press the earth away. Send the hips up toward the sky, send the heels down toward the mat. Even if they don't touch, just energetically send the heels down. And exhaling to come back towards center, we find stillness. On our inhale, we send the right leg up toward the sky, down dog split. And on our exhale, we step the right foot through between the hands, top of the mat, runner's lunge. And if the foot doesn't make it there, that's okay. You can just lower the left knee, pick the right foot up, and put it between the hands. From runner's lunge, we inhale, coming up right, setting the arms up toward the sky, coming into high lunge. Squaring our hips toward the front, so the right hip pulls back and the left hip pulls forward. We inhale here. And on the exhale, we come into warrior two, so the back foot pivots, so it's parallel to the back of the mat. And we sink into that front thigh. Right palm faces up. We inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. And then exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. We go straight into triangle pose. So the right hand comes down to the ankle or to the mat. We send that left arm up toward the sky. We lift the chest. We inhale, sending that right arm up and back, coming into reverse triangle. And on the exhale, we rebend the front leg. We come into extended side angle. Right forearm comes to right thigh. We keep left hand on hip, or we send the left arm up toward the sky. If you want to go further, you can send the left fingertips toward the front of the room. We take a final breath in here. And on our exhale, we lower the hands, framing that right foot at the top of the mat. And then we step it back, plank pose, and we'll take a vinyasa. So you can lower knees, chest, chin, or you can lower the body in one straight line, coming all the way down to the mat. We inhale, cobra pose or up dog. And exhale, we press it back, downward facing dog. And we'll take that to the other side. Inhaling, the left leg lifts, down dog split. And exhale, we step the left foot through between the hands, top of the mat, coming into a runner's lunge. We inhale, we sweep the arms up toward the sky, high lunge. And exhale, we come to warrior two, arms come out to a T, we pivot that back foot. We inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. And exhale, we go straight into triangle pose, left hand to left ankle or to mat, right arm up toward the sky, tailbone is long, chest is lifted. We inhale, we go straight into reverse triangle. And exhale, extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right hand on hip, up towards sky or toward the front of the room. We take our final inhale here. And exhale, we frame the left foot. Step it back, plank pose. And you can lower in one straight line or knees, chest, chin. We inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. On our inhale, we walk, step, hop to the top of the mat, coming into a halfway lift. And exhale, we find a forward fold. We're going to start the heel, toe the feet farther apart. Maybe you bring them as wide as the mat. We're moving into malasana. So on your exhale, you start to sit the hips low, coming into malasana or yogi squat. You can bring palms to touch at heart center if you'd like. And think about pressing the arms into the legs and the legs back into the arms, and that opposition will help you lift the chest. If you'd like, you can release the hands to the mat. Maybe you take some little twists side to side, just opening a little more into the hip. And exhaling to release, we come back towards center. We inhale, we lift the hips. So we're coming into ragdoll. So you can keep the legs wide if you'd like, or you can bring them a little closer together, maybe a little wider than hips width distance apart. We let the knees bend so much so that the upper body can hang heavy. And you can let the arms hang, or you can bring either hand to either elbow. Maybe find a little sway side to side. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. Releasing any tension that may be in the neck. And then we release the hands to the mat. You can heel toe the feet a little closer together. We're coming to sit. So if you want to challenge yourself, maybe you start to bend the knees, and then maybe you bring your seat to the mat without bringing your hands down. We're going to take Navasana or boat pose. So we'll start by bringing the hands behind us with the fingertips facing in. We want to keep a long spine and our chest lifted. So we bring one knee in toward the chest. We bring the other knee in toward the chest. Maybe you keep the hands behind you. Maybe you bring hands behind thighs. Maybe you send the arms forward. Maybe you even send them up toward the sky. You've got options. Wherever you are, keep lifting through chest, spine long. We hold for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to release. Send the knees side to side like windshield wipers. And then coming all the way down to our backs, we'll take a round of bridge pose. So our feet are hips width distance apart, but they can be wider if they need to be. Pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. On our inhale, we lift the hips, coming into bridge pose. And you can interlace hands below the body if you'd like, rolling the upper arms under. Tailbone is long. Energetically, the chest is moving up toward the chin. And exhale to let it go. Hips to the mat once again, sending the knees side to side. We'll take reclined pigeon. So our right ankle is going to cross over the left knee. If this is enough for you, you can absolutely stay here. If you want to go a little further, we're going to bring the legs in toward the chest, and you can interlace hands behind the left thigh or even behind the left shin. The most important is that the head and the shoulders are relaxed. So if they start to lift, you might want to back out of this a bit. And keep pulling the legs in toward the chest. We flex the right foot, and energetically or even manually, you can press that right knee away from you. Exhaling to release, and we take it to the other side. Left ankle crosses over right knee. We flex that left foot. And then you can stay here, or you bring the legs in toward the chest, interlacing hands behind right thigh or behind right shin. And energetically or manually pressing the left knee away from you. Exhaling to release. We'll take a twist so the left leg goes long. We pull the right knee in toward the chest. And then we might have to scooch the hips a little over toward the right. And then just let that right knee fall over left side body. And you can bring arms to a T. You can just find whatever arm variation feels best for you here. I like to just bring my hands to the top hip. We inhale to find our way back towards center. And then we switch the legs. We take a big breath in here. And then we let that left knee fall over right side body, coming into our twist on the other side. We inhale, coming back towards center. Bringing knees in toward chest, we bring the knees wide. And we reach down for the outer edges of the feet. You can even reach for the ankles if you can't quite reach. Coming into happy baby. Tailbone is long, so the lower back is on the mat. And you can find a little rock side to side here if you'd like. You can find stillness. And exhaling to release. We bring the knees into the chest one final time, giving ourselves a hug, thanking ourselves for showing up for this practice, thanking our bodies for getting us through the practice. And releasing the soles of the feet to the mat. One by one, we extend the legs long. And we come into Savasana, our final rest. So the feet are as wide as the mat. Hands are as wide as the mat, or maybe even wider, wide enough so that the backs of the shoulders can fully relax. And the palms are facing up. And just checking in with the body, seeing how it feels in comparison to the start of the practice. Maybe it feels a little more open or longer or stronger. And relaxing the muscles in the face. Relaxing the torso, relaxing the lower body, and just allowing the entire body to be heavy and soft and relaxed. An option to pause this video and stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, begin to deepen the breath and bring some gentle movement back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, maybe sending the arms overhead, taking a big stretch like you do first thing in the morning. And then pulling knees in toward chest. Rolling over to the right side for a moment, using the right arm as a pillow, just letting our bodies know that we've reached the end of this practice. And then pressing yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, just like we started, and bringing palms to touch at heart center. And again, you can bring the eyes to close if that feels safe. And we'll end this practice just like we started with 3 deep breaths. Inhaling fully through the nose. And exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully. And let it go. Final time. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, as it helps me immensely. Please leave a comment just letting me know where you're practicing from, or with anything that you'd like to share. If you have a friend who you think may enjoy this practice, please share it with them. And if you want to go deeper, I am creating an online studio, and you can join the waitlist in the description box below so that you will be the first to know when that studio opens. Once again, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. And until next time, be well. Bye.